Of course, there are shortcuts when it comes to fitness. Anything that makes it easier to perform the necessary work will enable you to get better results in less time.
I'm often asked, what are the best rep ranges or programs to build strength, for build muscle, build this, build that? What's the rep range that I need? What kind of thing do you recommend and stuff? And this all stems from a giant myth that is rampant within our fitness culture, where a long time ago people were like, oh, we did these research studies and the people who did this rep range built more muscle and the people who did this rep range built more strength and all this sort of thing. And it's one of these things we really got to get our head out, because if we subscribe to a certain rep range is good for a certain result, you're greatly holding yourself back. Huge, huge detriment. Because the fact of the matter is, your results of any kind do not come from doing a specific rep range. They do not come from a specific routine. They do not come from a specific number of sets or anything like that. The only thing that matters when it comes to getting you the results that you want is progression. People are asking me, where do I start? What kind of program and stuff? Anywhere. Start with anything. Because no matter where you start, your results are going to come from where you go from there. Okay? But if you get stuck into this idea of like 10 to 12 reps or 3 or 4 sets or whatever, is what I always do. If you always stick to that, thinking that's optimal, you're going to be hindering your ability to progress, and therefore you won't get what you want. Optimization is what people are looking for. What's the optimal reps? What's the optimal sets? Optimal is the progression. Optimal is what you're doing. So you always, always, always have to keep progression as your main thing. It's like, okay, 10 reps versus 15 reps. Look, there's no imaginary line where it's like, oh, if you do 10 reps, you're going to get one result. But if you do 15, it's going to be totally different. You're never going to see a guy walking down the street with like a jacked body or something and be like, oh, he's doing 3 sets of 10. It's like, no. It's too fine a detail that really matters. The progression is what gets you the results. Forget about the rules of what reps you're doing or how many sets or anything like that. Keep a log, because you're all keeping a log, right? And focus on the progression. If you progress, you will get what you want. The last little thing I'll say about this is when people say, I want to get result X, remember the set principle tells you everything you need to know about getting certain results. You gain what you challenge. You want strength? Challenge your strength. You want speed? Challenge your speed. However you want to do it. If you challenge it, you will grow it. Make sure that it's consistent as well. So there's the thing that you really should focus on. Progression. Not whether or not it's 3 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 6 or anything like that. All right, till then, be fit, live free.